everyone. Welcome to Moreno Boxing TV. In this video series, I will be reviewing a lot of boxing gear, beginning with my personal boxing gear which I use to train in and which I have used over the past years. And in this video, we'll be looking at boxing boots. We'll be looking at the Nike boxing boots versus the Adidas boxing boots, making some comparisons, and I'll be giving you advice on which one you should opt for if you're thinking about buying any of the two pairs. From a design perspective, no doubt both boots are very stylish. There's quite a large contrast here in color. We've got the red and we've got the blue. The reason why I in particular chose these two colors is because when I'm boxing, I can either be in the red corner or I could be in the blue corner, and depending on which corner I'm in, it just helps with the visibility and being able to identify from which side I'm boxing. Let's begin with the Adidas boots. So we've got here the classical red and white colors. I personally really like this color scheme, the red and white. It's very clear, very simple. We've also got the Adidas logo here at the back, and then we've got the type of boot name at the front on the tongue here, which is the Adipower boxing boot. The material as well is quite airable. It's quite breathable here, and we've got these almost like scales and little bumps at the back, which just help with the foldability of the glove as well. So as you can see, it just makes it a lot easier to fold, which is a bit softer, makes it a bit softer on your ankles. This is what we call as well a high top boot. So a short top boot would be this one because it's got a shorter top, and this would be a high top boot with this longer part here, which really helps to protect the ankle as well. From the bottom, you've got your typical boxing boot bottom with some nice grip design here. Really like the wavy feel of this, and if you look here on the side, it just continues on to form a little pattern here. So from a design perspective, I really like these Adidas gloves. They're really good looking. Moving on to the Nike ones, these are pretty nice as well. I like the front part here where it's got the little drawing of the guy throwing a boxing, or the girl throwing a punch here, and as well these feature the name of the type of boot it is on the front, which is the Machomai boxing boot. And you know, as typical of Nike, we've got here the huge Nike tick, you know, right across, and as from a design perspective, that's pretty much, you know, there's not too many striking features here. You've got this nice sort of like shiny sheen to it based on the material. So as you can see, as the light there reflects off the boot, you can see there's a contrast between this really shiny bit and the sort of matte bit here. These as well are quite breathable. They've got little holes in there that allow for air to pass through. So yeah, from a design perspective, I personally prefer the Adidas gloves. So they win round one. I personally think that this boot is a bit too hard. It's not as moldable as the Adidas one. I think this glossy part here is a bit too restrictive. I can understand why they've done that. Obviously you want to have your ankle and your foot as secure as possible, especially when you're bouncing around and moving around a lot in the ring, especially considering my type of boxing style. I move a lot, but I don't think these are the best boots for the type of boxing style that I use. Funny enough, I tend to use these on a day when I know I'm going to be throwing more power punches, or I feel quite strong and I want to be in sparring, I want to be throwing quite hard power shots. So I tend to use these I think having the low top bit here where it doesn't completely cover your ankle is kind of alright, in the sense that it kind of allows for your legs to breathe a bit more, especially when you get a little bit sweaty when you've been training for an hour, and your socks get sweaty and your feet get sweaty. It just allows for a lot more air to sort of cool down your leg. In terms of support, I don't think it's the best idea, given that it doesn't completely cover the ankle, but I think it comes down to a personal preference. I think grip wise, so looking at the bottom, these boots definitely win for me on grip. Just touching here, I can feel, it's extremely rubbery, that you can get an immense amount of traction, hence why I use them when I want to throw power shots. And you won't be slipping around on the canvas as much as you would wearing the Adidas boots. So in terms of grip, these definitely are a winner. Finally, looking at the airability, they're both pretty good. I mean, the Nike one is pretty breathable. There's a lot of little holes there that allow air to go in and out. Here, finally, the Adidas boxing boots. I just love the high top design. I think it just looks really cool. I just feel a bit more secure as well. I feel that my ankle's a bit more secure. I feel more confident moving around the ring with these on, as opposed to the Nike ones, simply because it's just got this high top securability here, where you just, it's got longer lace as well, much longer lace. It just keeps it all together. Well, another thing is it's quite soft, because the material is rather different from the Nike boot, where it's quite, that sheen part here is quite solid, quite hard. Here you've got more flexibility, so you can twist the boot a little bit more. Just in general, just allows for a lot more air to go in. So your boots, you can air them out quicker, so you can wear them one day, and then the next day they should be smelling quite alright. They should be quite refreshed. I think the only thing that lets it down would be the grip. I mean, just putting my hand here, I feel no grip whatsoever. I feel no rubber, no traction. Only at the bottom here you've got these black bits here that come out, and these are full of grip. So for your heel, it's quite good for your heel, very protective. But then when it comes at the top here, where you're pivoting off the foot to throw your punches, it just doesn't provide enough grip. So in terms of grip, definitely go for the Nike ones. But if you're looking for something that's just generally, it just molds around your feet, is very comfortable, really secures your ankle. Now to answer that all important question, the price. Well, the Nikes will set you back for about £89, which is pretty decent considering the design and that it is Nike boxing boots. And the average you're looking to pay for a Lonsdale, let's say the lower end Lonsdale boxing boot, would probably set you back to £30. But if you're looking for something a little bit more stylish, just something a little bit more durable as well, these will set you back for around, let's say, £90. And over here we have the Adidas boxing boots. These are quite expensive. I'm not surprised, considering the design, the ergonomic features, and just all in all how it's been put together with the boxer in mind, considering different aspects of the boxer's security for the ankle, comfort, moldability. So these will set you back for about £150. I think the recommended retail price on these is £175, but I have seen online some places selling them for £150 with delivery included, I think. So if you hurry and check the stores out, you might be able to pick these up for cheap. I hope you found this video useful. This is the end of our review. Personally, I prefer the Adidas boots, but I don't mind using the Nike ones. I think they're two of the best boots in the market. As you can tell, they're quite expensive, so if you do have the budget, I'd say do go for the Adidas ones. You won't regret it. But if you want something a little bit cheaper but quite good as well, then opt for the Nike ones. But again, this is my personal opinion based on, you know, my training and my fighting experience. And yeah, I hope that you guys found this video very useful, and that you subscribe to our channel, Moreno Boxing TV, and we'll be bringing you a lot more reviews in the future, and hopefully these will be better quality videos as well, and I'll get more practice in speaking